Right now it's a hamstring, still evaluating it.
Todd, your pass rush came alive tonight with 6 sacks or so. Could you just talk about the constant pressure that you guys were able to put under Mac Jones tonight?
I think they did a good job tonight. We talked about it all week, getting more pressure and challenging them guys to get more pressure and work together a lot more. They really started the game off right. They got off the ball the whole night. Credit to them. They did a heck of a job.
How did you talk about your receiver depth to be down essentially your top 4 and get big plays from Tez and Cam like you did tonight?
Tez and Cam really stepped up tonight, came into their own. The talent was always there, just understanding the offense, and those guys can play. We feel like we're very deep in that room. We can't afford to lose any more, but we feel like we're very deep in that room, and I thought those 2 guys really did a hell of a job tonight.
Dean had one of those sacks, but he also had an interception. What would you say about the performance that he had?
That was Dean's first sack that I've seen in my career, and that was probably the best play I can say next to Mike Evans getting 1,000 yards last year that I have ever seen him make. So that goes down in history for me.
Coach, Mayfield had that crazy 3rd down conversion. He's been doing that sort of thing all season so far. Could you just talk about your reaction and sort of just Baker in general?
I mean, I was in disbelief just like everybody else. It happens every other week or so, and he makes those type of plays, and you pray he doesn't get hurt or anything happens to him, but he has a knack. He has a knack that you can't teach or coach, and you know, it was an unbelievable play.
Well, the fact that it happened right after Bucca, it was announced to us that he would likely not return, but just the fact that you lose such a valuable piece of your offense, and it's like he stepped up even more.
I mean, it was huge. Every time something happens negative, he makes it a positive, and he does something to give everybody hope, and that run was one of them.
You guys talked about starting fast. Kendall Vildor started fast for you guys with that interception. Didn't quite make it to the end zone, but could you speak to that play and how that was pivotal to help get you guys on the board?
He's got to keep his feet. You know, he made a heck of a read. He made a heck of a play. All hats off to him. He's a very smart player. That's why we put him out there. He understands the game very well, and the moment's not too big for him. So that started us off great.
Coach, you talked about Tez and the standout play he had. Can you talk about the touchdown and the subsequent celebration?
Well, he's got speed. I mean, he's got speed, and he can get down and he can get past you if you don't know who he is, and he's got great hands. He made a heck of a catch diving into the end zone, and, you know, he knows how to celebrate. Coming out of college from Oregon, he knows how to celebrate.
Do you get nervous by him?
No, I don't. I have the utmost confidence in Tez. We've hit it off from day one, and, you know, he's like a son to me.
Scott, how does that be today? What can you say about how he's played and stepped up on the defensive line, especially from how he's been doing through training camp now?
He's really come on. You know, we really grown to count on him doing a lot of things in there, and his sack total is only going to increase. I think he's probably one of the most slept about guys on this team that you're talking about defensively. You know, he's really going to be a very good football player, and he's starting to show that.
We were talking to you about overcoming injuries before you lost Mike and before you lost Bucky and McCollum and Mecca tonight. What does it say about the depth that you have to keep having guys that can make plays?
It says a lot about the depth and the next man up. You know, the coaches do a heck of a job getting these guys prepared to play, and they don't flinch when they get in there. We have confidence in them. They have confidence in themselves. And, you know, to keep losing guys week after week and those guys still stepping up to make plays says a lot about the resiliency of the guys in the locker room.
Speaking of injuries, Fred Warner is a guy that I know is admired and respected, not only in your locker room, but throughout the league. What can you say about, his loss today?
I mean, it was sickening. You know, you saw when it happened. He's one of the best players in the league. Great guy on top of that. You hate to see something like that happen. And, you know, hopefully he has a speedy recovery. But, you know, that kind of breaks your heart no matter what side of the ball you're on.
The 49ers have been a thorn in your side for a little bit these last 3 years. Each year you've gotten closer to beating them. But then what's it feel like today to finally accomplish that and beat a really good team that helps you out in the NFC race?
A very good football team. Every year is different. We've gotten closer. They've had our number in the past. You know, today we've collected together and we came out with a win, so it feels good.
Coach, do you have an update on Luke Haggard went out of the game? Seemed like a shoulder injury.
Not at this time. They're still checking them out.
Todd, on the Levante sack, where it looked like he had a sack fumble, but on that call, you called it a blitz in that particular situation. Take us through that process.
We knew they had to throw the ball right there, and they had the receiver and tight end in the ball game, so they've been getting off some quick throws, and we knew they weren't going to be protecting them right there, so we figured we had a shot. Either he's going to get rid of the ball early or he was going to get hit. He held on to the ball. Tay has a knack for getting back there between him and Winfield fighting to get back there, and he made a heck of a play.
The connection between Mac Jones and Kendrick Bourne, what made that a challenging thing to stop today?
In the second half, I don't know if it was challenging. We fell down on 2 big plays in the first half. We literally fell down and lost our feet. Kendrick's a very good receiver, and Mac's a very good quarterback, so they're going to connect some, but we got to stay up and give ourselves a chance. 2 times we fell down on the big play, so, credit to them for making the play, but we got to be better than that, keeping our feet.
Coach, did Vita Vea talk to you on the sideline? You ran into the punter there. I saw on the sideline.
No, we had quite a talk. It was great at the end of the game, let's just put it that way. It turned into a quarterback hit with no harm, no foul. And before the game, it was probably going to be something I can't repeat right now.
Hey, Coach, this is Jermaine from Florida National News. Does a win like this validate what you've been building with this roster, given all these injuries?
Validates that we're 5-1. We feel like we've been building this roster for a couple years right now with the injuries, but it's week to week in this league. You can be from the penthouse to the outhouse, and we got to understand that.
Yeah, obviously you don't want that. First of all, losing in the middle of the game, Fred Warner, that sucks. You never want to see that, so thoughts and prayers with him. But when it comes to our guys, just the communication, our receivers coach, B-Mac, getting those guys right throughout the week, and you never know what can happen. And those guys stepping up in a huge way, and just hats off to them for being prepared and not shying away, not flinching when they're in there.
What about you, evading that sack and picking up the first down the way you did? That it was right after Ibuka went out of the game. Did you kind of just feel in that moment, I'm shouldering even more of the load here? No,
I truly, genuinely trust the guys that are in there. They're ready. We talk throughout the week. Guys are on the same page, and that's real. I trust these guys, even though some of them might not have played a whole lot of ball, but if we're on the same page, good things happen. You don't have to have the perfect play when all your guys are fighting for each other and are on the same page, and that's an example of that. Defense played great, special teams as well, and so that's complimentary football. Yeah.
Baker, this city has rallied around you. This fan base loves you. When you had that epic run in the chance MVP, start rating it, how does it make you feel?
It's week 6, so got a big one next week. So it's awesome to have the support. Don't get me wrong, but we're just getting started.
Did you feel the building shake?
Feel the building shake?
It did.
It did? I did not. Did not feel that.
Baker, we think about Tez as a speed guy. I don't know if you saw the catch he made in the touchdown, but it's just
unbelievable catch. Yeah. Yeah, protection on that one was outstanding. And then, normally Tez is supposed to go across the field, but he recognized a little bit of a hole and void in the coverage, so he took it, and you can see him put his hand up, probably on the replay or whatever it is, and just a great adjustment by him and just trying to give him a chance. And, yeah, he caught up to that ball and made a great catch.
Baker, do you get freaked out by his celebrating after touchdowns, flipping around and everything?
No. If I weighed 142 pounds, I'd probably be able to fly too, but I haven't weighed that since probably 6th grade. I don't know.
Baker, can you talk about the complimentary play tonight, the defense just coming alive with the pass rush?
Yeah, Dean caught another one. The pass rush was unbelievable. Pressures were getting home. Guys making plays. That's a really good team, and they're well coached. So they're always dialed in on the game plan, able to get some plays here and there. But our guys made plays when it mattered, and that's what it's all about.
Baker, a lot of tough yards for Rashad. What can you say about his job, especially with Bucky going out a couple weeks ago, what he's been able to do in that time?
I thought Rashad fought his ass off. The run game was there early and often, and Rashad made some really, really good plays. Tough running, tough sledding there against the physical defense that really flies at the ball. So Rashad, that's 2 weeks in a row. He's playing really, really well. So we just got to keep it going.
This Bucs team hasn't been able to beat the Niners since 2018. I know that was long before you were here, but in 4 straight tries, they haven't been able to do it. They finally get to do it here today. Just what's that mean for you?
I also haven't ever beat the Niners. So no matter what team I was on, which starting in 2018. But yeah, that's a big one. So guys doing their job and doing it well. And that's what Coach Bowles talked about last night, is we need everybody to step up and do their role and do it at a high level, and I think everybody did that.
Talk about just the resilience of this team, not only winning games, but through this season of injuries, you guys just keep stepping up and making plays and winning games in the clutch.
Yeah, I said it to you guys this long ago, but this is a resilient group. It's tough. It's a hardworking group that loves playing for each other and playing with each other, and no matter what the circumstances are, we're going to go fight. And that's really what team ball is all about. The culture is great, and we just have to keep it going.
Injuries may have changed this, but how many reps do you get with Cameron Johnson?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of reps with Cam. So it's like I said, BMAC getting those guys right, and then Cam studying the playbook, knowing exactly depth, steps on routes, things like that, and just guys being on the same page. That's high-level football.
Baker, back to that run, when you duck away from the sack, I mean, that's kind of Michael Vick-like.
Whoa, settle down.
Exactly. Did you ever think that you would hear you and Mike Vick's name in a run, in a scramble at the same time, describing your athleticism?
No, that's the first time I've ever heard that, and hopefully it's the last. I can't do what Mike Vick ever did.
Baker, what was the message to the team in the locker room following this game? You're 5-1 now. You have a big test next week in Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Bowles hit on it. That he talked about it last night, talking about people stepping up and complimentary football, and we did it. And that's when you do your objective and you know what you're looking at, key points to the game and focus to the game, and you execute those, good things happen, and that's what happened tonight.